So last week was an absolutely terrible week. It was one of those weeks where everything just went wrong. I was working on a new project that I was having trouble figuring out. Everything that I worked on one day, by the next morning, it wasn't working anymore. I had trouble with my visa renewal. I was not getting a lot of sleep. I was extremely frustrated, and basically my motivation was non-existent. Obviously, I've had a much better week this week, and I've gotten some decent sleep. So I've had a chance to reflect on everything that happened. I decided to make this video because I recently came across a quote on Instagram that said that the challenges that you face today are the trophies you display tomorrow. And I found it appropriate based on everything that was happening. So at the end of every week, as some of you know, I do my weekly review. It's where I basically just grade my week, assess myself, my performance, what happened, etc. And truthfully, I was in a very negative space last week. So I focused mainly on everything that went wrong and just the overall frustration. But after getting some sleep and just reflecting on that quote, I went as far as to just rewrite my assessment for the week and instead reframe it and focus on the lessons that I could take from those days. So I decided to make it out to be basically an exercise in patience and stress resilience. And it's this whole cliche of it's not what happens to you, it's how you react to it. But it's very true. Oftentimes, when we're going through a difficult situation or just we're right in the midst of a problem, of a challenge, etc., it's very easy, or most people have a tendency to focus on the problem to the point where they make it out to be much more than what it actually is. But in the grand scheme of things, like in my case, it's just one bad week. Like no one died, no catastrophes happened, nothing major happened. It was just a bad week. It happens, life happens. So that quote really made me reflect, and I decided to share this lesson as well, because if you're maybe going through something, or maybe the next time that you're going through a challenge, I want you to instead look at it as the challenge or the problem not being something that's breaking you down, but instead it being something that's building you up. Because I think back to times in my life where I went through a shitty period or just shitty situations, like going through a breakup or losing my job or losing money in a bad investment, whatever the case. And if you were to ask me right now if I regret going through that, my answer would be no. Because one way or another, those experiences in my life, good and bad, have shaped me into the person that I am today. So why demonize just like one bad week? Sure, you might not see the benefits, you could say, or you might not be able to appreciate the lesson in the moment, but maybe a year from now or 5 years from now, it'll be something that you look back on and you can extract progress from. It's all character development, something that you can extract experience from. And even someday it could be someone else's inspiration, that's in the case that someone's going through a similar situation. So I wanted to share this video because I thought it would be just a valuable insight to share in case someone's going through, like I said, a tough time, or whenever you face your next challenge. So yeah, if you made it this far, really do appreciate you watching. Trying out a new content style. We'll see how it goes. I'm enjoying just recording these off the cuffs videos a lot more instead of the ones that require more preparation, at least. So yeah, do let me know what you think of this style. And stay tuned for more updates. Gonna be uploading videos more frequently. So yeah, if you made it this far, again, thank you very much for watching. And as always, I'll catch you on the next one.